Alright, buckle up, because my teenage years were a chaotic mess, and the most rebellious thing I ever did ended up being a full-on act of sweet, messy revenge against the absolute worst people I've ever known. So I grew up in this tiny shithole town where everyone knew each other, and nothing was ever off limits. My family situation was complicated. My stepdad, let's call him Rick, was the kind of guy you'd see in one of those true crime shows, aggressive, controlling, and addicted to meth. Not just your casual weekend user, we're talking every waking minute of chaos. My biological mom was a doormat who let all this slide because she was drowning in her own. Basically, home was a daily war zone, and I was the scapegoat for all their frustration. When I hit 16, things got unbearably toxic. Rick started beating me regularly under some twisted idea of discipline, and my mom acted like she didn't notice or care. School was the only place I could escape to. But I was slipping bruises, cuts, broken spirit. One day, after a particularly nasty beating where Rick smashed my phone because I accidentally left a party early, I snapped. I was standing outside, looking at the broken pieces of my life, when I realized I didn't just want to survive. Here's where the rebellious part kicks in. I'd been friends with this sketchy kid Jay, who ran with a crowd that dealt drugs. So I said screw it and started working with him. Grinding pills, running small errands, hiding stash spots, in exchange for cash and protection. Over months, I rose in his little world enough to become someone he trusted. Secretly, I was gathering dirt on Rick and my mom's enablers, the ones who turned a blind eye. I recorded conversations, lured them into incriminating confessions, and collected evidence. One night, I sneaked into my mom's purse and grabbed a burner phone it hidden earlier. Using everything I'd collected, I anonymously tipped off the cops about Rick's meth lab running in my backyard, my mom's enabling, and the money laundering they were involved in. I even sent pictures and recordings to Child Protective Services, with proof my cops raided the house the next day. Rick got arrested for manufacturing and distribution charges. My mom was put into rehab and forced to admit her failures publicly. The lab was busted, and word spread fast in our tiny town. But here's the juicy twist. Jay found out I had turned against them. He confronted me, furious that I'd risked everything. Our little drug operation was dead now, and he wanted to make me pay. Instead of backing down, I played my trump card. I had secretly been working with an undercover cop this whole time, feeding him intel from Jay's crew. Jay got locked up too, and his whole crew was busted. The best part? The local news snagged the story about the teen who helped bring down a dangerous meth lord and drug ring, without revealing my identity, of course. Suddenly, I was this anonymous hero. Now, years later, I'm clean, out of that hellhole and finishing college. Rick's serving a long sentence. Mom's sober and trying to make amends. And my little brother is finally safe with a good foster family. Jay? Well, he's rotting in prison. So yeah. My most rebellious moment wasn't just skipping class or sneaking out, it was turning my nightmare inside out and making the monsters pay with their own poison. Worth every terrifying, reckless second.